Tesla Q3 production and delivery number live hangout chat. Let's do it. Tis the season. I can tell because pumpkin spice and basic people are everywhere. It is what we're doing today. Good morning, everybody. Where are you and what's the weather? That's the intro. That's the starting question. I'm Brian. Welcome to Futuraza. Per popular request, I have gone through and adjusted the clips in the intro jingle. Can't see it because I don't play that on live streams, but Finn Alexandra is in it now. So to the one gentleman who's been harassing me for a year, hey, it's done. Let's be nice now. It is a lot of work. Okay, how is everybody? What are we doing? I mean, I know what we're doing. I'm turning off my heat for a second, even though it makes a beep and people think it's a smoke alarm, which it is not. Central Florida. What we're doing is this. Yeah, waiting for the magic. It shall be soon revealed. Hit refresh. Why not? Even though we're expecting it in about 30 minutes. Gives us a chance to chat. While we're doing that, let's look at the estimates. Peggy, curiously, puts these together. He's very committed to this, and he puts in his own estimates as well. And credit to Peggy, it would be very easy for him to aggregate all of them and then say, aha, and put himself right in the middle. But no, he is the outlier on this list, and that gives him he's putting his neck out. What I think is interesting on the list this time is that James Catt and Troy are neck and neck. As you can see, Troy has me blocked because he doesn't like criticism, and anyone who criticizes him is blocked. And a lot of other people are blocked too, just because they're friends of people who he criticizes, which is just soft. What are you going to do? Yeah, analyst consensus 443,079. I'm expecting a beat, as you can tell by my much lower number at 468,531. And some of the optimism that we see on this list, I just don't know if it's fully vetted, you know. I will say that I do not dedicate the kind of time that I used to following this, because this to me is not the story of what's going on. Other fun little fact, Sawyer has posted, hello, Austin. Thanks, Tesla, for the Cybertruck while I'm in town, which means one thing. They have the PR department, but to which Jan of the Universe has only one question. Why? Why are you in Austin? Is it the YL? Is it the more affordable model? Sawyer's getting a first look at something in Austin. I mean, maybe they've got him in town to go check out the lithium refinery again. That'd be cool. I think they did that for him a year or two ago. I'm not sure. But he's in Austin. Something's going on. Why? What's going on? What? Can you tell us? I can't. But I think it's one of those two things, a more compact model. Not more compact necessarily, but a more affordable model, or the YL, or hey, both. Who knows? I believe on both of those, we will not see them until it's time to go. Tesla's very good about announcing things years in advance, and this time they don't do that. With the YL in China, we didn't see anything until it was ready for orders and already being out the door. So let's see. Got some good jokes over here. Of the story, I can see it. Where was it? My calculation, 468,532. Totally not just Brian's plus one. Tillman's taken the over. Yeah. Let's see what we got going on. How is everybody? I know I asked, but I didn't wait for the answer. Cape Cod, Mass, sunny and high tide. That's nice. Let's see what you got here. 51 Fahrenheit. What am I at? About 63. Anxious shareholder. Don't be anxious. There's going to be news. It's going to be what it is. To remind, when does the numbers drop? Typically in about 25 minutes. It is a very good morning. Oh, is that because? Let's take a look at the pre-market. 465.19 in the pre. Pretty exciting. It doesn't really look much better. We had gotten to 468. Still up a smidge. Are numbers leaking? Boy, I hope not, because that's super illegal. But, it's happened, I'm sure, at various companies. Unable to stay away from social media, taking a vacation from my vacation. Hi, Matt. Conway, Arkansas, in the room. Hi. I've never been to Arkansas. Thanks, Brian, for all your hard work, bringing us the latest. Cornwall, England, by the sea. AJ is at 475. Reasonable, obviously. We're all kind of in the same ballpark. Cape Cod, Mass. Yes, we said that. Copenhagen. Very cool, Bo. 512, someone just estimated. That would be wonderful. Why not over 500? Just predict 501. I'm going to. Then you become legendary if correct. You become legendary if correct no matter what. I got within 21 cars once and nobody cared. And that was a turning point for me, because I thought, I put in so much work and I showed the math. Back then it was easier. You didn't have to do delivery numbers separately from production. You could just do production, because production was roughly deliveries. Every unit you made, you could sell. So I just had to find out how many units they made. And then, of course, Tesla became a little bit more traditional once they had enough capacity. Made it a lot more difficult. Also, China numbers being published makes a good third of the math very easy. Vehicles are important, but are now a side quest. Yes, absolutely. Did I miss it? No. Results drop in about another 20 minutes. Your beard looks great today. Thank you. Thank you. On the way to India. Ooh, go semi. All-time high incoming. Appears reasonably possible for the first time in a while. Tesla says it's 62 in Bessemer, Alabama. I've been to Paradise, but never been to me. Tucson, 66. Raleigh, UK. 500K plus speculation seems to have died down. Who's balls deep in Tesla calls? I don't know, Victor. There used to be some pretty good bass fishing up around Conway. Haven't been back in over half a century, so no idea if it's still there. A lot can change in a fishing hole in 1 year. Taking the new Model Y road trip on a 6-hour drive. Good. That's going to be fun. Have fun, Eric. Got lucky with calls a few times. Can't play that game. I just can't do it. Same here. Nice fall weather here in Portland. Yeah. Crew Dragon is the name of my car. Got to drag my crew, man. I was really hoping my son and all of us together could come up with a really clever name for his car. And so far, no. Sometimes inspiration only strikes once, and I don't have final say. Mauritius, really? Huh. What is the time of the report? About 20. Brian will read anything, LOL. Gavin. Good morning. I want to see a number that starts with 5. If we type a summoning spell, yeah, we could all be in trouble. Let's look at some of those projections again. Curious Peggy in at the high end, 493. That'd be great. I would love that. I did have some people in the replies to this saying, why is everybody so low? I I don't know that. I mean, we all do the math differently. Uh, James Stevenson at 469, 420. I think James may not have actually crunched numbers to reach that. If he did, that's hilarious. I would love to see how much p hacking he did to get that number to come out right. But you can do it. You can massage the numbers to get anything you want. But that's just I mean, that's as good a guess as any. If it did come out that way, oh, people would freak out. We got a hi from Thailand. Not Brian, but for me, disengagements are not that way out of the lot. And I want to park in the garage, not in front of the house, and very little in between. Jim saying, I think the numbers will beat. I do too. What do current FSD disengagements look like these days? For me, so by the way, I've been using autopilot on my car. Um, FSD is $100 a month. It's $99. There's 2 cars in the family. My son has the FSD. I've chosen to subscribe for him. I drive his car a fair amount. Scott will tell you he got to ride in it recently. And I'm using autopilot, and autopilot is bad. It is bad. It is like V10, V11 bad. It is when the off ramp appears, the car centers in it. So you're now centered in a weird space. Oh, thank you so much, Randall. I appreciate that. When an off ramp appears, it might get real herky jerky in that widening space. It ping pongs in the lane. It is a forgotten bit of software. And I think the problem is that all the people at Tesla who would use it don't use it. They have FSD. They use FSD. So they don't understand how bad the experience is for 90% of Tesla owners. That's something they really need to work on. Will semi numbers be added in with the car numbers next year? Well, right now, I think they show up as other. SX Cybertruck. Oh, Mark, thank you for gifting a membership to Stephen Taylor. Appreciate that. They just show up as other, which is, I mean, that's a real big basket of fun that we're dealing with there. Guys, I will be in Texas for the shareholder meeting. Does that mean I will soon be posting, hello, Austin. Thanks for Tesla getting me a Cybertruck while I'm in town? Probably not. Probably not. No, because even if that was something they wanted to do, I imagine they'll loan it to someone else while they're in town. But that would be, that'd be cool. But hey, Bobby Morris, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's really awesome. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Hey, should we jump over and hit refresh here for no reason because we know it's not out? And guys, if you do see it come out, by all means, let us know. Yeah. The dam is bursting. End of year Tesla flood incoming. Oh my gosh, you guys, thank you so much. Have a coffee on me. You know what? Just for that, I will go have a real coffee today. Normally just do, the machine, the coffee pot, which is fine. But yeah. Model P conspiracy theory. I did check the whole alphabet. Model P URL goes on unused reservation page. Very odd. That is very odd. That's interesting. So you went through the whole alphabet, model by model. I love it. I assume you did all the numbers as well. Hello from Canada. Good morning, America. Good afternoon, fellow Europeans. Weatherfront actually will let me vote my shares this year, unlike last year. We'll see you in Plymouth. Oh, wonderful. Guys, I'm going to be in Plymouth, Mass for Plymouth, Michigan sorry about that, for a meet and greet Sunday, October 12th. Boy, that's coming up. 10 days. Oh, I got so much to do. So much to do. I'm going to be in town for the fourth mobility, fourth roadmap thing. Looks like this. It's going to be interesting. There's a lot of great companies being represented there. I look forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, reminder, this is kind of the range of what we're looking at for possibilities. Oh my gosh, Frederick, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, it's been tough since August 12th when YouTube rearranged their algorithm. The channels over 100,000 are doing fine, typically. Although I know Alien Space has said that her numbers are way down, but most of them are doing just fine. And some little channels are seeing a boost that they wouldn't have seen otherwise. I know my front page of YouTube is full of channels that have very, very, like 300 views on a video or something like that. And it's like, boy, so I'm in this unfortunate valley where they're just not showing me all that much. Makes it quite challenging. If it hits 500, I'm going to dance. Well, all right. Autopilot is the best you can get in Europe. Unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. They're working on that, though. They're working on at least making it possible for the other 10% who want it. Tesla just spiked. Numbers must be out. All right, let's go look at that. That's a pop. Okay. We are approaching all-time highs. Wild. Someone saying 497. Does that mean it's actually out? If it is, I'm not seeing it. Oh, there it is. Okay, press release. Deliveries 497,099. Curious Peggy, you did it. 497,099. Boom. Just like that. Hell yeah, brother. Mad props to Curious Peggy for being the closest. And I mean the closest. There are others on this page who I'm sure did very well. 500, closer. You were closer. Guys. So yeah, 497. Let's jump back over here and see again. Other models, 16,000. That's not good. It's not good. Production 447, 450. I had a lower number for my production. I can find it. What was my 459, 600 was my production number. So still 12,000 off. That's, I mean, fine, not great. 2.5% off. What a failure. Oh man. Good job, everybody. That's 497,099. Well, let's see how much money we just made. Share this. Because the pre-market. Oh, yeah. Does that mean, hang on, what time is the market open? Is it open at? Yeah. Well, it's not open yet. Okay, so we are up $14 in the pre. For every share you have, you're up $14. That's pretty good, you guys. All right, well, let's get back over here, I suppose, huh? All right. Okay. Plus, just a car company. Not just a car company. Yesterday I posted. Somebody said, Tesla's sold 50,000 burgers. Yeah, there you go. They didn't include the 50,000 burgers. Why? It's, guys, the valuation is way too high for a restaurant company. For just a burger company, they only have one location. They've got 130,000 employees, one location. Terrible. Uh, over 497. Yeah, good job. Beautiful number. I'm surprised Tesla had 50,000 in inventory before Q3. Well, we watched them building it up. Megapack deliveries are of keen interest to me. Very good stuff, you guys. Opens in 25 minutes. Yeah, it opens at 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific. I just don't get up this early, and I don't look at the stock every day. And I mean, this early, it's too early, man, because it's 6:05 a.m. on the West Coast. Shows we need more models that sell. Relying on two is not good. The YL is showing good numbers in China. I, of course, had people, oh, what a failure. Thank you, Andy. Thank you. What a failure. What a flop. Week 3, they only sold 900. Proof it's a flop. Guys, they have to build them before they can sell them. You can't sell a car you didn't build. And you can't build a car until you have all the pieces, all the bibs, all the bobs. They need them. Week 4, 4,000. Oh, well, why can't Tesla ramp faster? This is fast. This is a good amount of speed. This is normal. Time to pump it up. They do make great burgers. Yes, they do. Our class leader in each segment entered, even if that's just a few. Yeah. Yeah, but they're mature enough that they can be in more than 2 segments. And, I guess you could say they're in the SNX segment, but we need more. We need more volume. Worried about fourth quarter numbers now. Yeah, fair. We'll worry about that. I mean, at least let us get through the live stream before we worry about that. There's no reason Tesla can't lead in more market segments. I think it's the company is mature enough. They've been around long enough. This is going to be, very exciting. In the meantime, Rivian has dropped. Yeah, closing at an all-time high. Probably some selling pressure there. I think what you're referring to is if you're short, you need to close that position. But what I would say is you don't. You don't. I don't think you need to close that. I don't think there's enough of those people to move it meaningfully. Is YL counted as other models? No, it's counted as a YM. I'd be very confident. Do I think more affordable models immediately go into production with Q4 deliveries? As quickly as they can, I would say, because Q4 is a concern. It is a concern if you don't do it right. Let's share this. With that 7,500 gone, I did have a gentleman tell me who produced that record high 12.5 gigawatts of energy storage products, a record for both deliveries and deployments. There is say, oh, you know what? People who buy Teslas are immune to price differences. No, that's not true. That's not true. Nah, that's not true. 7,500 is a very large percentage of a $42,000 purchase. I mean, we're talking extra, what, 150, 200 a month on the payment. That's a big deal. And then those are people who, if you've got an extra 200 that you had to spend on a car, maybe now you're not going to spend it on FSD. Yeah. October 22nd at market close. So there you go. That's what we're doing. That's a good point here. That's a lot of gigawatts. Yeah. It's enough to go Back to the Future 10 times on battery alone. Don't try to attach it to your DeLorean. Getting a Model Y when the share price hits 1,000. Hey, how long till? So when I bought my Tesla shares back in 2019, I'm a spreadsheet guy. Yeah, I know. Contain your surprise. I'm a spreadsheet guy. What I saw was I had different numbers. One was what the share price needs to go up to before I could even buy a Tesla with the gain with my shares. Not that I could; it's in my IRA. And then I had a number for what if I could buy a Tesla on gains alone? Oh my gosh! And then once once we blew past those, I thought, okay, well, let's get nutty. What about pay off the house? What about pay off the house on gains alone? And we went past that point. By the way, and now I'm in a more expensive house. To pay off the house, I think I only need $250 a share. And to pay off the house on gains alone, I mean, it's all gains really. So just that. No layoffs in Austin. A prayer for the shorts? Last year, Run Up bought my Model 3 all-wheel drive last November. Randy was right on at 13 gigawatts, rounded up. I mean, that's very close. What happened to all the brand damage you fretted and talked about on numerous streams, Brian? Germany sales are down, Stan. That's what happened. That's why we're not at 550. I don't know. I mean, do you think that there is no brand damage? Because that's crazy. Wish I didn't pay off my first Model 3 and bought more Tesla shares. On MKBHD's recent podcast appearance, I don't know if it was on his channel or someone else's, he told the story of getting his $50,000 deposit back. And someone else said, by the way, do you want to know what that would be worth if you had instead just bought Tesla shares? And he goes, oh, is it 400,000? He goes, no, it's like 782,000 or something like that, in the high 700s. He's like, oh, I know. It's like, well, do you? Wish I didn't pay off my Model 3. Yeah. 477K. Well, I know back, Gavin retired thanks to Tesla. I know back in the day, Gally from Hyperchange sold shares to buy his Model Y. And I thought, wow, that's, I don't know if his income was the sort of things banks didn't like, but I'm sure it was high enough that, I don't know, coulda, shoulda, woulda. Taking bets for end of day, 492. Yeah, what's it going to be end of day? Go back and look at the pre again, 471, up only 2.7%. That's not as big of a swing as I would have expected on a beat that huge. You know, right now the news is out there frantically rewriting their headlines to fit, because, they wrote the articles last night. Let's find out what they're saying. Let's just search for Tesla here. What do we got? Deliveries due. Tesla's sales decline expected to slow in delivery report. Oh, Bloomberg. What are you doing? Yeah, sales decline expected to slow. Oh, that aged well. Oh, that aged so well. Matt, how is energy? Deployments, 12.5 gigawatts, a record for deliveries and deployments on energy. Doomberg. Oh, the Bloomberglers at it again. Let's, why don't we say Q3 deliveries? Do to expect, okay, so we're out ahead of it. Tesla's set to report amid a surge in demand. We see that. There we go. Up 7%. Do we even check? Yeah, let's check. Tesla posted third quarter vehicle deliveries and production numbers. Wall Street were expecting 447 after like their 9th upward revision. They still missed by more than 10%. Abysmal. No one in the retail community that I'm aware of has ever missed by that. Deliveries got a boost as customers rushed to get the last of the IRA. Guys, that's only in one country. Mind you, it's one of Tesla's biggest markets, but up 7%. An independent researcher who publishes As Troy Tests Like. Blech. Great. See, that's my contention with Troy, is he gets all the attention. And where's the love for Peggy? He was more accurate this quarter. So let's just refresh it. Let's see what's going on. What to expect? What on earth did Barron's have to say about this? Paywall. What they said is paywall. So fudge them. Not gonna read that. Whoops. Closed out too hard. There we go. Gotta have something up. Gotta be somehow visually. Peggy is, what'd you say? Accurate. To be honest, to be fair, sometimes he's very optimistic. Sometimes his optimism is correct. Author of that article is Laura Kolodny. Oh, it is Laura. Oh, that's why. Well, you know what? She still was fair in this. She couldn't, you know why? It's because she probably removed the 9 paragraphs of doom. So, yeah, that's probably it. Okay. Well, what to expect? Tesla's set to report a surge. Mm-hmm. Electric by Fred. Ooh, Fred. Should we check it? I really don't think so. I'll let you guys decide in the chat. Are we checking? Are we going to click on electric? Because Fred is has a chip on his shoulder that must weigh a lot, because I get it. He used to get exclusive invites and all kinds of insights, and had contact he could just ring up if he had a weird question. And now he doesn't. Because none of us did for a while. No one, for a long time, no one had a PR person. Now we do. And when I say we, I mean not me. Someone does. Everyone but me does. So they got an opportunity. If Fred hadn't just slammed the door, he was so angry. And then, of course, the Roadster situation. Fred is owed 2 free Roadsters. He's like, well, I'll never see those. Okay. Don't be angry. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. Nah, to heck with Fred. Do not click. Fred, why? Great. Won't do it. Will not click. No need. The masses have spoken. Yeah. Just looking to see if there's any other headlines I really need to cover. What else is going on, you guys? I know I've got a few people who are going to be joining me in Michigan for the EV Fall Meet and Greet. A lot of great folks out there. This is being hosted by the Tesla Owners of Michigan, of which I am a member. One of the 3 Tesla clubs I am a member of. Oh, that means my renewals are coming up on 2 of them. And my tabs are coming up for renewal. And that means my insurance is coming up for renewal. 'Tis the season. Rivian Q3, Doug says. 13,201. 13,201. Doesn't that sound like, yes, less than Tesla delivered of SX and Cybertruck? Rivian is in trouble. That 12.5 gigawatts of deployment is decent. Hope for more. Hey, they're building it. It's a flywheel. It's in motion. A low quarter for deployments means the next quarter is going to be that much bigger. It was a pretty positive article from Fred. Good, because it's a positive story, and anything else would be dishonest. Hasn't stopped him before. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. E for embitterment. Plymouth, UK looks nice. I don't know if I've been to any of the Plymouths anywhere. I had a Plymouth. Does that count? A couple. It's the only negative line, in my opinion. Q4 is expected to be much rougher. Tesla will have to choose between deliveries or earnings. There's a balancing act in there. That's true, by the way. That is true. Q4 is tough. $7,500 price increase on their 2 most popular models of which they sell by far the most. It's going to be brutal. Yeah. Has anyone had their insurance premiums drop with the news that Giga cast Teslas are cheaper to repair? Nope, because the actuarial tables certainly take years to update. And until those new models uh, work their way through the system, I don't expect them to have a price drop. Just like if labor goes up 5%, they don't update everyone's premiums to reflect it until they start seeing those wage increases hit the repair costs. When does when do the short shorts come back to the store? Good time for Rob Maurer to come out and say hello. Yeah, he does that for earnings. He's very good at showing up for earnings to get all the traffic. But I will be doing an earnings report on my own. I will not be with Herbert on this one. I will be doing it myself because when Herbert and I go live together, he gets all the views and I get none of the views. And I'm still in this as a business. I have to run it as a business. I can't. I'm happy to do guest appearances, but it ends up being just a guest appearance on my own channel. So I've got some amazing guests lined up for that. It'll be a real power hour. You will see. That will be on October 22nd. Join us, won't you? I bought Tesla stock a few years ago. Instead of buying a Cybertruck, there's still no Cybertrucks in Australia. I know, I am fortunate. I have a friend in Australia who, with some friends, bought, I want to say 2 Teslas each so they can have a little rental fleet. And they thought, should we buy FSD or should we just buy the stock, gamble, and see how we do when FSD is available? Well, FSD still isn't available, and they did buy the stock, and they did okay with that. Can you imagine that? 8,000, 10,000, what is it, 20,000 for 2 cars worth of Tesla stock in 2019? You're going to do okay. Your stuff is better without Herbert. Well, on the big streams for sure, because Herbert ends up running them, and I run my shows differently than he does. Herbert's going to be out of town next week. I will be running the show, so you'll get a good preview of that that way. Power hour, yes, Scott. Let's jump back over to the stock, I suppose, huh? 472. We are not far. We are a stone's throw from all-time highs. What did we get to? 473-ish. Not too crazy. Are S and X available globally? Sort of. Outside the US, definitely. Internationally, sort of. I mean, yes, they're available in Europe. You can buy them in China. They don't have them for sale exactly, but they're in the showrooms. You could get one, but only get shown Herbert's channel. No adverts for yours. No thumbnails for mine. Yeah, that's the new and improved YouTube algorithm. It's really stomping my sack. 7 minutes to the open. Does it shoot up from here? It could go up. It could go down. It could go sideways. We're not hitting 480 today. We'll end up at up 1.5% at close. Maybe. SNX not in Australia. Yeah, all the right-hand drive markets got really boned on that. I'm very disappointed. Tesla knows whether or not the unit sales justify the additional cost of making a right-hand drive unit. I'm just disappointed that they didn't. I mean, they did offer a little extendy hand grabby stick. That's worse. That's worse. Yeah. Been in the stock since 21. Rough ride. Gonna go down. Slate will undercut margins. Will they? Slate's in trouble. Slate was counting on that $7,500 credit. It's gone. Their $20,000 truck, which I don't think they were ever going to be able to hit, is now $28,000. And really, I think it was $28,000 after the incentive, because that was the number they did first until they realized $20,000 is much sexier. That means they're going to be around $35,000. $35,000 for bare bones. I mean, there's other options at that price. What Slate doesn't have is a factory. They've got a piece of property. They did just rent an old print shop and then realize, oh, that's not going to work. So they got some deal on a factory in the South. But what they don't have is the billions of dollars needed to build it, to kit it out, to make it into a high volume place. Without the volume, the whole The whole thing falls apart. They were choosing to use, I want to say, Korean batteries because they were favored in terms of trade. That doesn't matter anymore. Maybe now they'll use Chinese I don't know. I don't know where they're going to get the batteries. There are LFP manufacturers commissioning in the US as we speak. LG's got a plant they're building. They would love to sell batteries to anyone, including Slate. And then you could charge to 100 because remember, if they've only got, it's like, well, it's only got 200 miles of range. It's perfect, right? Are you charging 0 to 100? Or are you charging 10 to 90, 20 to 80? And then are you actually getting that range? It's probably 150-mile truck. The utility is limited. And if you're paying $35,000 for it, buy now or wait for pullback. Don't know. Don't know. Come on, buttons don't smash themselves. Yeah, we should do a like fest. Slate, a prototype and a dream. I get comments saying, well, Sandy loves them. If Sandy loves them, I love them. It's like, well, Sandy loved Arcimoto. Sandy loved Aptera. Sandy loved Nikola. So Sandy's an engineer. Sandy likes engineering things. Engineering wise, Slate's great. Business wise, I don't know that that's his wheelhouse. I don't know if that's his area of expertise. I'd love to have him on to discuss it, but his gatekeepers are ferocious. I love Sandy. Sandy and I get along great. We chat at every event. I've seen Sandy and I've hung out with Sandy more times than I've had him on the channel because his gatekeepers. Mr. Scrubs J bows before you. Oh, I see. You're talking to someone up here. That makes more sense. Any thoughts on the new models? Sawyer Merritt is in Austin right now as a guest of Tesla. There's no way that's a coincidence. Something is being released. It's one of the new models. It's either the YL or the more affordable one. I don't think they would maybe they've got him there just to check out the performance Model Y. Could be. Seems unlikely. Seems unworthy of having him fly down there. Yeah. Aptera and Arcimoto were Monroe clients. Yeah. Well, Slate was incubated out of Monroe's shop. The CEO is a former Monroe employee. So Sandy should do an FSD teardown. Wait, what? Yeah, smashing thumbs. Let's see. Aptera can't get to the finish line. Book it. They need. I love Aptera. It's a beautiful concept, but it's a concept. There's a couple of. That's weird. Oh, hopefully that didn't actually fail. There's a couple of issues. In order to hit their price points, 35,000, that's gone. Forget it. 35,000 is not happening. That was a price from before all this inflation. We're not going to see that. And 35,000 was a dream price because the four-wheel vehicles were all at 50, 55,000. Well, now they've dropped. For the longest time now, you could get a very good four-wheel car for 35,000. And Aptera was going to be above that. So it's like, well, now you've really limited the market. You're going to need to hit serious volume to get to 35,000. Let's say 40, 43,000. You're going to need serious volume, which means you need billions to build a factory. And investors are just not throwing money into EV startups. That gravy train has run dry. It has congealed, the gravy train. So I don't see a path for them. Unfortunate. Market opens in 2 minutes. I guess we should share this. Boom. Because we've got a minute until we get to see the real number. 471-ish in pre. Good morning. It says, oh no. New all-time high likely this week. The FOMO is real. 262 likes. Ooh, are we doing good today? Is that what's going on? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, production numbers are out. Yes, we've covered them. 497 Very good. 1 minute, ladies. Have we talked about the lines of code found in Tesla for the standard Model Y at 39.9? I do think 39.9 is the realistic price. I know I've seen others, even on my shows, who are saying, no, it's going to be 25. It's going to be 33, 30. I think 40 is the more realistic price. When do they do the Q3 talk to the market? Oh, we're almost there. When will they do the Q3 talk? October 22nd at the end of market trading. Gravy. What am I doing for Thanksgiving? Hey, if you guys are in town, I like to do a day after Thanksgiving thing. Anybody want to come over for that? Let me know. The Friendsgiving. Ding, ding, ding. Here we go. Let's see where we go. Oh, 469. Nice. And we're off to the races. You know, Ronald Reagan told a joke about it, this dream he had, where in his dream he kept seeing the number 7, and him and some friends went to the racetracks, and he was looking at the horses, and in the 7th race there was a horse named Lucky Number 7, so he bet $7 on him, and he came in 7th. So that was kind of a good joke for the Gipper. Yeah, going down as always. Give it 5 minutes. Always so informative. I appreciate you guys. We will keep this open for deep fried funzarella. Why not? Yeah, it is a solid joke, and it's clean. You can tell it at a in front of a joint session of the Senate and Congress, I guess. But Ronnie told some good jokes. He was a very good presenter. 5-star, pointing out that Nancy was a neurologist of sorts. That's good enough. Let's see what we got going on here. Why don't we check the news again, because there's got to be some better headlines. Okay, better. So we still have this one here. We still have Fred. Tesla deliveries due, with stock racing towards highs. Live. I imagine this is updated. 31 minutes ago. As delivery test looms. There we go. Stock Titan. Record. Yeah. Smashes estimate. There we go. Now we're talking. Tesla set to report. Okay. 440 was the expectation. 497, a little above that. Guys, if you miss by 10%, you're bad at your job. And the fact that Wall Street analysts get paid big 6-figure incomes to be that wrong, embarrassing. I've invited ARK Invest to come on the show. I'd like to chat with them. I've been advocating for them for years. I've been following them for years. And I have not heard back yet. So hopefully that happens, because I've got some questions about their approach. Brian should give us a stand-up routine. I don't have any material. I mean, I say I don't. I obviously do, but I don't generally do that. I've never done it on stage, although I have had some small crowds at events. I've had people manage to convince me to give a routine, to run it down. And yeah, what am I going to do with all these balloons? Oh, routine about shorts. I find when you go too narrow in your material, really limits it. Wall Street targets are a joke too. Just follow the current price. They are. They're very funny. Wall Street. 468.42. I'll be honest, I was expecting a little bit more of a bump for a beat of this magnitude. What are you going to do? Why don't we go about another 5 minutes here, guys? And if you've got more questions, by all means, get them in. We will show the top line numbers here again. 497.099. a big surge on other models, S, X, and Y. Probably all those rear-wheel drive Cybertrucks they sold. They must have sold dozen of those. Trying to remember who it was. Might have been Tesbros said, we finally saw a rear-wheel drive. Someone brought it in. Production. Oh, I see. They sold more than they produced. That's all they produced? Oh, no. That's not great. Deliveries 497. Yeah. So this is kind of what I was looking at is I just wasn't seeing the degrees of production that I would have needed to see to be more optimistic. So I think the numbers we did very good. And I didn't realize they had quite that much inventory on hand to sell down. And I know there were some boats that left late in the quarter. The night is still young. The beat was priced in. Yeah, we did see a run up over the last couple of days. So I think that's a very fair point, Rob. Wall Street analysts behind the curve. It's in their name. Their clients like it that way. Wall Street behind the curves. Okay. I mean, I wouldn't want a wall in my street. I don't know. Initial direction's usually wrong. I'll go push down at the moment, profit taking, then push up to my expected on my end. Beats me, man. It's all a roller coaster. I think Rob and JD are correct. It's baked in. We would have seen a big sell-off. Yeah, I think it's a short-term sell-off. Stock price will rise. Yeah, I think we would have seen an actual sell-off if it was. We've seen that before. Tesla beat by 1,000 units, 2,000 units, and the stock is crumbling because a higher beat was priced in. Tesla tends to dip in the morning, move higher in the afternoon. Looks similar to last year. Well, it's the duck curve. It's solar. The stock is solar powered. So, of course, you're going to get more juice in the afternoon. I don't actually mean that. High price. So people are taking it off the top. Yeah, maybe. Cybertruck is a dud, huh? It's too expensive, man. It's too expensive. And that rear-wheel drive one was a joke. You got rid of the air suspension, so now casuals won't drive it, and you got rid of the power share, so professionals won't buy it. Who's it for? People who want to save 10,000? I mean, 10,000 is real money, but that was not a good deal. It's too expensive. They need to get the price down. Absolutely. Failed burger enterprise or the largest corporation on earth. Guys, if you've got 130,000 employees, you need to sell more than 50,000 burgers. I'm just saying, as a burger company, they're overvalued. And someone pointed out to me, Brian, you're forgetting all the merch they sell. And I was like, you're right. That makes up the remainder of the $1 trillion valuation. I'll take a sell-off when my day's gains still look like that. I mean, yeah. Wants a deep fried turkey this year, and he's never cooked anything. Maybe start cooking now. Learn. Let's make fries first. Let's make onion rings. Oh, it's really the tequila. That's probably it. I feel like starting. What? Guys, what are you doing? We didn't tell you to sell off. We were saying that some people were selling off. My gosh. Can we not be trusted with anything? Are we really? Are we really? All right. Well, let's look at it on this chart because this just shows today. What are you doing? What are you doing? What's that about? I think it is profit taking. I think a lot of people had positions and like, well, maybe we'll see what happens. And then they got that big pop and they're like, take it. Warning, only fill your pot half full with oil. Otherwise, you will set your house on fire. If you're going to do the deep fried turkey, please look up videos on YouTube from fire departments because it is very dangerous. Big jump yesterday with the expectation the numbers would be a beat, but I don't think the sell-off that strong at market open is warranted. Yeah. Stock Astrology has a line at 459. Yeah. I mean, isn't that kind of where it opened? Yeah, 459. 60 so I mean, that's absolutely astrology. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I've tasted it somewhere at some restaurant once, I wanna say. Maybe I don't remember where. I've tasted it, it was fine, it wasn't magical. Alright. Well, guys, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate, the super chats. I appreciate all the subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, consider doing it now. This was, a good show, and I say that, not so much because of my performance, but because of Tesla's, because they, kicked ass. Good job, Tesla. Good job, everybody who actually built and delivered the vehicles. You kicked the asses that were required. Very exciting stuff. Guys, if you're watching this on the replay, what's going on? How are you doing? Let me know that you watched on the replay if you did. Everybody else, like, subscribe, do what you do. Stay tuned, stay juicy, and I cannot wait to hear from you, clever robots, after I had my coffee. Hmm.